The next item on our agenda is a breakout session. It's going to be facilitated by no other than the Venerable Irene Bangwell. She's going to be taking us through the new rules for school pastoral care and dealing with social media terrorists. I like this topic. In the light of what's happening today in Nigeria, this is definitely very apt, and I'm looking forward to that. Irene Bangwell, we're waiting for you. Please put your hands together for her as she comes forward. Please put your hands together as Irene comes forward. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Irene, you see here, is our own Nigerian Mother Teresa. I'm going to tell you why. She opened a school for indigenous children here in Abuja, in Kuje. For 100 naira a day, you can donate money and you will be educating a child. That's our NGO. This is a social enterprise unlike any other. And respects to you and your husband for doing this marvelous job. Is Kingsley here? No, he couldn't make it. Excellent. Welcome, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ASNI 2022. So this is a part where we start to talk with each other. We've been hearing a lot from the stage, but this is time for some group work. So there's some questions coming to your table, and everybody needs to talk. We want to see arguments, hot ideas coming out. And so what's the conversation we're having? So I'm supposed to be doing this with my husband Kingsley, but he's unavoidably absent, so I'll just hold forth for him in the meantime. So our conversation is asking ourselves, what should the new rules for school pastoral care be? So there's been so much happening in the last 2 years post-COVID. Some things shock us, some shock us more than others. But one of the things we know as school leaders is that children will always be children. And it is our responsibility as educators to not just mind the academics. There are other things that determine how much results that children can, attain academically. And so that's what we're talking about here. So we have several questions on the table, and we're looking at pastoral care in the light of the accessibility of internet, especially post-COVID. Our children are now online. Our children are using the internet. Our children are following social media trends. What can we do in order to support them in making responsible decisions? Do we think it's scary for them to be online? So there are different kinds of questions coming to your table. We have a group that will be answering the question, what are the strategic ways that parents can support their children to use social media responsibly? What are the strategic ways that schools can support their learners to use social media responsibly? What makes pastoral care effective? Do you think pastoral care is even necessary at all? How can schools and parents collaborate to ensure the learners are getting adequate parental and pastoral care, as well as online safety support? So we're asking for each table to pick a partner. If your table, you're like just 2 people, I see some very honorable tables having just 2 people. I'm thinking you could join the next table with 3 people so that the conversation can be robust. And so the conversation is going to be coming from different experiences. Let's just look at the question, discuss over the next 10-15 minutes. Pick someone in your group. We're going to pass the mic into the hall, and so each group will have someone sharing with us what they were able to agree on the group. So we've given you A4 sheets. We'd like you to write some of your points at the back, because as we're coming around, we'll be picking up the paper. It helps us, have a sense of the conversations that happen in the room. So let me know, is there any table that doesn't have a paper yet? So there's this beautiful group of people that have no table at the back. We will give them tables in the name of Jesus. We will find them tables because their opinions count. Coach Sam and the community at the back, we believe they have solid ideas to contribute to the conversation. Please, Itofa, come and get papers for them here. We have papers for them. They just need to shift their seats and make small circles. I see 2 groups coming out of there already. Please, I have papers here for the groups. Please help me pass it to them, but everyone in the room is going to have this conversation. Some of us think that we are just parents in education, but we have ideas that schools need. We have ideas that the education space needs, and so we want to hear you guys, okay? So I have Mr. Rotimi, please help us pass on these 2 papers to those backbenchers. We think they are very valuable. We also want to hear their thoughts today. Thank you so very much, please. Yes, so meet the people sitting next to you. Hopefully, like Ebuka advised earlier, you're not sitting with people you are already familiar with. So talk to them, share your experiences, share what has worked for you in different cases, and so we can all learn from each other. So we have just about 10 minutes to do this, and then we'll reconvene. Thank you so much for your time.